Alright, and 3, 2, 1. Hello, YouTube. This is Cody with Search My Deck TCG. We're bringing you another card preview. And you may ask, was this a really old video that Cody filmed back in January or something and didn't ever upload? Nope. This is a new video being filmed in April. Regarding our boy Zamazenta V. I know that he is not a new card. He came out on Sword and Shield. It's already out, so it's not really a preview. I guess this is a review. I'm still going to call it a preview. I want to talk about Zamazenta. I was big on him back in Sword and Shield, and I'm still going to continue to be on him. The meta is not the place for. I guess we should let's talk about the boy first. I assume everyone knows what he does, but you might not. So our boy Zamazenta V is immune to all damage by VMAX. That's his ability, Dauntless Shield. And his attack itself is actually pretty interesting. It does 130 for 2 metal and a colorless, and you can discard a special energy from your opponent's active. So both of those things, both of those qualities weren't that special back in Sword and Shield base in the format then. They were just, there was very little VMAX. Any VMAX, even, I don't know, Frostmoth Lapras, VMAX, kind of, but even Frostmoth boxes, some weren't even playing Lapras. They were just doing Water Box. So, and then, yeah, that was really the only thing to ever see it standard. Some joke welder, Snorlax stuff, but really, the meta, we didn't get a chance to really explore our Sword and Shield set, so, but at the time, there was really nothing that would be relevant for Dauntless Shield. And then even the ability, there's a lot of special energy in the format. And some obviously sees plays, Aurora, Rainbow, and Weakness Guard, but those only get played in, certain decks. So that was just whatever. It was fine, nothing. 230 HP is really good. I think it's the highest for a base V, I believe. I think it might be the only V with that high of hit points. I could be wrong, but I believe so. I think everyone else is 220 or lower. So, 2 retreat cost, that's fine. It's air balloonable. Overall, good things, just not the right scenario. And that's kind of why we're doing this video. I think this card is excellent. I think it will see major play. I think it is going to be relevant in the 2021 season. Now, granted, we don't know what's coming in Eruption Walker. Well, we know some, but remember, there's a lot in whatever their Legendary Heartbeat, I think, is after that, which for our unknown August set. So it's hard to predict that this video may age very poorly. However, I did want to talk about Zamazenta. I've been telling all my friends, get your Zamazentas for cheap. It's $2 right now. I made sure I got 2. A while ago, I made sure to get 2 for $2, have them in my binder, because I think this card is going to, and we're already seeing in Rebel Clash, VMAXs, they're going to be focusing on VMAXs. Pokemon is, obviously. They're going to make better VMAXs. That was going to happen, especially when tag teams start to rotate out. I guess it's a while before they rotate out, but just in general, they're going to be they want VMAX to be the focus. So VMAXs are going to be better. We're seeing that. A couple interesting ones coming out next set. Obviously, Dragapult VMAX is huge. There's not Grookey VMAX. Rillaboom VMAX is tempting people. Toxtricity VMAX, Cinderace VMAX. There's a couple more you're gonna see that those will be played. Would be played if we had a format. And so I think that at some point they're gonna be better. Charizard VMAX seems pretty interesting whenever that comes out. We already saw Gardevoir and Gardevoir and Centiskorch. Gardevoir's terrible. However, Centiskorch is kind of interesting. So, all that aside, there's continue. Pokemon is going to make the VMAX cards the thing. I think that's where the meta's headed. That's where they wanted to head, and so eventually that is going to flood a lot of main decks. I honestly believe that, and the Zamazenta will be relevant for that reason. And then the other thing is the attack. So the attack at first, it's decent. Doesn't two-shot things, which kind of sucks. And that still kind of sucks. However, the effect is looking to be better because special energy are, and pulling up, special energy are going to be big, it looks like, and we are getting, oh, no, it didn't show up. Okay. Oh, it's speed lightning energy, isn't it? And I spelled it wrong. This is all, we're doing this live. Pokemon speed lightning. What about that? No. Wow. I thought this would be easier to pull up than it was, I guess. Now you're seeing me just, oh, there it is. So anyway, so for who don't know, if you're not following Rebellion Clash before it comes, we get 2 cool special energy for speed lightning, which you attach it's a lightning, you attach it, excuse me, that's it, you draw 2. Really good, fantastic. I think almost every lightning deck will be playing 3 or 4 of these. Absolutely positive. It's really good. A downside is it doesn't I don't believe it. Yeah, it doesn't work with Cocoa V. Not Cocoa V, sorry. Cocoa Prism. You can't accelerate. Not even just for the effect, just at all. Like if it's in a discard pile, it's not something that Cocoa Prism can pull. So that's kind of unfortunate, but I still think, it's draw 2 cards, like with a single attachment. It's really good. Then of course you have Horror Psychic Energy. I'm not gonna go through. There's only 3, but Horror Energy, and this video is already getting long enough. So you have a Horror Energy, which lets you you do spread damage if they hit you, or you do just return damage if they hit you. Yeah, so you do 220 damage on the attacking Pokemon that hits someone with his attached. Dragapult's plan 4, I'm positive. I don't know if Mally will, because again, Mally can't accelerate this, but great card. Dragapult and most psychic, I'm sure most psychic decks should be playing it. That's not Mally, which I guess that is all psychic decks, so not as good as the Speed Lightning, but still really good. And then you have the new one is the Heat Special Energy. I'm not going to look that one up. It just got announced, but it's a fire one, and it doesn't work with Welder. I don't, which again is kind of the downside of these. Is they don't work. Their interactions are limited. However, that aside, and I don't know why I went way too detailed on this. That aside, they are still going to be played more. You're going to see, I think, 1 to 2 of these at best, and in most of these, every element deck, I think we'll play somewhat of these, and it looks like maybe if we're getting 1 for every type, he's going to be more relevant and more relevant, especially ones, I think Psychic, Fire, Lightning were the ones that needed the interaction the most. As far as the typing, Frostmoth, the water one, if we ever get one, doesn't work with Frostmoth, which again, kind of bites, but I think they had to make it balanced in that way. However, still, point is, we're getting really good type special energy that are going to flood the meta, I think, even more with special energy. So that attack is going to be more relevant. The ability is relevant. You'd be playing it with your boy Zacian. He's a good friend. I don't know. His damage output is eventually going to be irrelevant at some point, but he's still really, really good. It's expected in the 2021 season this is still to be a go-to card. And then even the Copperjaw VMAX, which I did not know Sarah B did a card dex. It's pretty cool. I kind of like their layout here, actually. But Sarah B, they did it wrong, though. That's minus 30, not minus 20. But that's okay. Copperjaw VMAX is something that could be pretty interesting. The fact, the high damage it does, and the high HP, and it's a card that definitely probably would see a little play if Rebel Clash was legal or actually had tournaments, but nonetheless, it could be a card when the new season rolls around. And you have Luke Metal still, you have ADP, like you have things. I think this is going to be one. It's not going to be its own deck. I make it very clear. This will not be its own deck. However, it's going to be a relevant partner in metal decks. Absolutely, 100%. If not during, maybe not in Rebel Clash, if it had legal tournaments, but absolutely, I do believe by the time our 2021 season rolls around, which again, we don't know what cards we're dealing with or rotation we're dealing with, so this video could age poorly, but I think Part of the video is Zamazenta. Get your Zamazenta V's. Put one or two in your binder, and it's a card that you're going to want, because I think it's going to be one of those stupid cards like your Vettel GX or Palkia GX that just suddenly just shoots up in price, whatever X time amount later, and then you're paying $20